Welcome back to Good Day Atlanta. It's 9:12 now. It's a story of courage, resilience, and forgiveness. In his new book, Playing the Game Without a Coach, former collegiate athlete and mentor Benjamin Raymond opens up about his unlikely journey from foster kid to prominent business owner and, of course, Steve Harvey's son-in-law. So Benjamin joins me now to talk about it. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are so glad to have you here with us today. Let's start by, we've got a lot to cover. Let's start by having you share some background on your life. You did not have an easy childhood.
No, growing up was very chaotic for me, a lot of dark days. My mother lost me to foster care at 6 months old and had to go through the court system to get me back. So for a lot of years it was me and her bouncing around. When I looked to the right for my father, he was nowhere to be found. I saw him at the age of 7 for 5 minutes and didn't see him again for 20 years, where I found him on an internet search. So a lot of chaos. I was one of those kids that was really desperate, looking for hope, and you know, just things were very difficult growing up.
So it seems like a lot of people with a background like yours would have turned in the opposite direction of what you ended up doing. So what was really your breaking point in getting you to where you are now?
You know, for me, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. My mother was coming home with black eyes, being verbally abused. She was dating a man who was a big drug dealer, and for me, seeing drugs in the house, seeing black eyes, you know, you just eventually have enough. And for me, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I knew that I didn't want to be a statistic. I didn't want to be that kid that ended up in jail. And I knew for me in the 8th grade, I had to make a decision. I wanted a better life. And that's when I made the call to my high school coach, where he took me in. And from there, I lived with 3 different families over a 4-year period, giving me the nurturing I needed throughout high school so it could propel me to do bigger and better things in life.
So it sounds like it was really that ability to ask for help when you needed it, and to be able to turn that into something more. And one of the things that you've been able to do, which is so neat, is to be a mentor for others as well. We've got some sound that we want you to hear from what Steve Harvey has to say about mentorship.
Time to grab one boy, one girl, and say, hey, you're doing that. Let me show you another way to look at this. That's mentoring. Here's my number. If you got any problems, you get in any kind of trouble, you got a question, call me. That's mentoring. How about this one? Hey, just checking on you today. How you doing, man? Hey, I love you. That's mentoring.
So what are your thoughts on being a mentor, how it can help others?
You know, I take it personal because for me, I wouldn't be in the position I am today without the love and guidance of so many others in my life. So I take it as a personal challenge for myself to mentor the kids. I know what it's like growing up with not having a mentor who looks like you, that gives you the roadmap of success. And I think, you know, from Mr. Harvey saying that to myself, it's a family thing. Mentoring is key, and I think we need more of those out there so that we can have young Benjamins grow up to be, you know, news anchors.
No, very well put on your part. And that's actually what you were doing here in Atlanta this week. And you live here, and you were helping out with one of Steve Harvey's mentorship camps, right?
Absolutely, it is a family thing. I met my wife 4 years to the day my son was born. I met my wife June 16, 2012. My son's born June 16, 2016 at the mentoring camp. I had been a camp sponsor since 2009. 250 fatherless boys at this camp. I was a fatherless boy. So you see these boys come in, anger, sometimes depressed, wanting to give up, just like I was growing up. And I think when these boys see men like myself who love them and are giving them, you know, just hope, you know, if I can do it, you can do it. I think that's the biggest thing. And I saw these boys leaving Sunday from camp, changed men, and about to do some big things in this world.
And they can tell that you believe in them. Let's talk about your book really quickly.
Yes.
This is called Playing the Game Without a Coach. Of course, the title there is pretty telling. Yeah,
Playing the Game Without a Coach. I wrote this book because growing up, I was on a roller coaster journey, and I just wanted to give someone else hope. You know, someone else hope that if they're in my situation, that they could have hope and that they could too do it. But also for anybody out there, we have normal life circumstances that get us stuck, passed up for a job, you know, overlooked on an opportunity, and understanding that it's your opportunity that you find within an opportunity, and that if I can do it, you can do it, and hopefully also motivate others to share the story. There were so many campers that were purchasing the books, high school kids purchasing this book and telling me that my story is motivating them to do better in this world and not give up. And that's just a humbling feeling every day.
That's awesome. And that book is available now. I got to ask you, we're just about out of time, but what is it like having Steve Harvey as a father-in-law?
Well,
he might be watching, so
yeah,
keep that in mind.
He's always watching. He's everybody's big brother, fatherly figure, and just a wonderful man. You know, it's great to have him as a father-in-law and get advice, and just work ethic and drive is what he does, and that's what I strive to do, and hopefully together we can change some boys' lives.
You know what? I wish that we had a picture to show of your baby boy, because what's so neat about it's watching Steve Harvey just dote on him.
Yes.
He is in love with him.
He's
adorable,
the star,
by the way.
Yeah, he is the star of the family. So, you know, my little guy is watching right now, so hopefully I'll see you soon.
Yes.
And just
turn
excited.
1.
I'll bring him back. You can interview him when he starts talking. Right now he just knows Dada and Mama. So once he can speak fluid sentences, we'll have him here. So
okay, he's got a spot on the couch. I love that. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.